Because I hear y'all saying that you love me. I hear one saying that, Father, I would never leave you. But yet later on, you're going to go on to say, I don't know like Jesus.
All right now.
I hear one that's saying, even on down, I read this thing good. I had to read it and read it and read it over again and read it as I was coming in. And I read and found out something about Thomas, where everybody knows him as Doubting Thomas. Thomas said, which is called Didymus.
Yes.
He said, unto his fellowship, let us also go that we may die with him. It took some boldness for Thomas to say, let us go with him. He took some power to him say, let us go die with him. Because Didymus, he got the concept that I have to let my flesh die so I may be able to be risen with Christ. He had took on the mind of Christ. He said, yeah, I hear everybody saying, hold up, they all scared to go back in because y'all remember that the rocks, they ran us out of there with the rocks. But he said, yeah, I hear all that, but I have to go see by my brother. Verse 12 says, then said his disciples, Lord, if he sleep, he shall do well. Howbeit, Jesus spake of the death, of his death. But they brought that he had spoken to take, of taking of rest and sleep. They said, but he's resting. Isn't that a good thing?
Yes.
But Jesus is letting them know he's dead. Yeah. Do you understand that, yeah, he may be asleep to you, but he's dead. We got to let our flesh die. We got to kill our flesh daily. Paul says, glory to God, every day that I wake, I have to crucify my flesh.
Yes, sir.
Why do I have to crucify my flesh? Because there's a war going on daily, glory to God, between good and evil within me, glory to God, because the enemy that's in me, glory to God, is fighting my flesh, my spirit daily.
Yes, Lord.
There's a part of me that wants to do good and another part of me that wants to do bad. But it seems like this war that's going on since I was born. Since I was born into sin. My sin nature is wanting to lean more onto my sinful nature.
Oh, yes.
Some of us are so easily to wave over to our sin nature. God's saying too many of my ministers and too many of my preachers are leaning too easily over to their sin nature.
All right.
That it's time in this season, I'm raising up, glory to God, man and woman of God that needs to know, I want to show you that there's power in the resurrection.
Yes, sir.
That there's power in the Spirit of God.
Yes.
He said because your flesh is drawing you to your own understanding. And when I told you plainly in the word, lean not to thine own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge me.
Yes.
Glory to God.
Glory.
As I read on and verse 14, he said, then said Jesus unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead. Verse 15, and I am glad for your sake. Woo, glory to God. God said, I'm glad for your sake. Those that walk with me. Those that pray with me. But yet not believe.
What? Yes, that's right.
Those that loving me, Jesus Christ. I am glad that he's there for your sake. That I was not there. To the intent ye may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him. The reason why he said that, I'm glad that I wasn't there when he first died, because you wouldn't believe that he is risen by the hands of God.
Yes, Lord.
I am glad that I wasn't there, because if you know your Jewish background, after a body's been laid dead in a sepulcher for 3 days, it's considered death. No resurrection, no coming back. But if you read the story, he even waited one more day, which made it 4 days. So he made sure that he was dead, Pastor. He made sure that he was nice and stinking dead. Sometimes God has to put us in a position that where our fleshly man is really dead. That we're in a position that is a car wreck. That your life looks like a car wreck to everybody. Everything is mangled and destroyed, and there's casualties all over, because God says, I want to make those that are around you believe that I am that I am. I want everybody that's around you to believe that I work in your life. Yes, I believe that God says I got to make a lot of people believe that I move in your behalf, Pastor Lloyd.
Yes, sir.
Come on, brother.
I have to let a lot of people know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Come on.
I have to tear up everything. I have to come in like a whirlwind and shake everything up. But I'm letting you know right now that I'm going to be away not for 3 days, but 4 days, because I want them to call you for dead. And when I come on that 4th day, glory to God, I'm going to come like the King of Glory. I'm going to come and they're going to question, who do I think I am? Come on now. They're going to question, glory to God, that I'm going to raise her up, but it's not going to be by my hands, but by the hands of the Father.
Well, preach that.
Jesus had to let them know that God is working within me. Jesus had to let them know that no, he's not going to be resurrected on the final day. Jesus had to let them know that I'm not going to wait too much longer to take you on high.
Well, go ahead.
Jesus had to let them know that though they thought your mind was gone, I could bring it back. Jesus had to let them know, though you was at the bottom plateau today, but tomorrow I'll take you to the top.
Come on,